Hello there, people who have access to the internet and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Pun Food, or just Pun if you prefer. And we got a magnifying lens last time, the final item in the trading quest. A strange glass that shows things you couldn't see before. We also still have the Pegasus boots, and the red mail, and the sword, and the shield, and the power bracelet, and the flippers, and the secret medicine, and the tail key, and the slime key, and the angler key, and the wind marimba, and the surf harp, and the sea lily's bell, and the conchorn, and the full moon shell, or cello, and the secret seashells, and the seashell sensor, and the toadstool. I don't know what goes in these other ones. I can't remember. And the ocarina, and the magic powder, and rock's feather, and bombs, and a shovel, and bow, and hookshot, and a fairy battle, and another fairy battle. And this time, we're going to see what that magnifying lens can do for us. So, was this the first house we really needed to enter to find that out? No, it wasn't. Okay. So then it should just be... Does this house, have a secret seashell that I just didn't get before? No. In fact, there's no real point other than to talk to the people, which maybe you should do, but, like, you don't have to. It's this house, which, now that we have, magnifying lens, we can talk to you. Hey, you can see me. You must have a magnifying glass. I'm not a troublemaker. I just want to live in peace. I'll give you this if you promise to keep your mouth shut. Yep, secret seashell. If you collect a lot of these, there could be something in it for you. A promise is a promise, okay? Hey, you should head out to the cave at Trumbo Shores. Use a magnifying glass there and you'll find someone else like me. I mean, he is correct, so let's go do that, actually. Let's teleport closer. First, you know, that'll speed things up. Let's head to Martha's Bay. And, head down to Trumbo Shores. Where... we want to equip the bow. So, I guess I'll hold off on saying what I want to say until we actually get down here. Bye-bye. Alright. So, this cave that I blew open the entrance to a while ago has this guy. Why did I do that? I guess my finger slipped or whatever. Anyway, it's a Goria. I found a good item washed up on the beach. I'll trade it for you to what you have in your X or Y button. If you want to trade, press X or Y, and if you don't, press B. Alright, I'll press Y. Okay, let's do it. If you want the item you traded me again, come back. So, it seems like a foolish thing to do to trade away the bow, because, like, the bow is usually the best ranged weapon in any Zelda game. But I posit this. The best ranged weapon in any Zelda game is the boomerang from Link's Awakening. I am not joking. In exchange for the item you had. This thing, you can throw like a boomerang, it can retrieve items. It's basically a better bow. You know, it's ranged. But normally a boomerang just stuns things. But this boomerang really packs a punch. Like, it is basically as powerful as the base sword. You know, I think the bow might be too. But the other thing is that this boomerang can actually take out certain enemies that the bow can't. A lot of, like, the bubbles and amp-looking things in dungeons, those can be taken out with the boomerang. So that's why I traded away the bow. Will I regret this decision, considering what I have to go up against? I'm pretty sure I won't, because, what I have to go up against, I'm pretty sure you can do without the bow, even though they recommend that you buy the bow before doing it, because, like, technically you're supposed to use the bow for it, but, like, I'm pretty sure you can do it without the bow. Anyway, did I get the next reward? Looks like it. And that's the reason I came back here, just to get the next reward. And that next reward is a chamber stone. Holding it gives you an eerie feeling. I guess I'll have to get into what those do in in a future episode. I really maybe don't want to, but we'll see. Anyway, I don't really need to warp, because the next objective, technically, you don't need to do this first to get the next objective, but I always like to come up here and do this now since we have the hook shot. And that is climbing the ladder, outrunning that spear. That is, now that we have the hook shot, we can do a little bit of that. And of course, down this staircase, we can't really do much. As you see, there's a piece of heart up there, but we can't get it from this side. So, what we have to do to get this piece of heart is approach from a different angle. Let's head in here, and I don't think there's anything in these pots in particular. No, okay. Let's talk to this guy. Raft shop owner. You there, want to go on a raft ride for 100 rupees? Yeah. There are two ways to ride the rapids. Rapids raid, the goal is to pick up as many items as you can. The other way is the rapids race, where you try to get to the end as fast as you can. Which course you'll be setting today. We're going to do the raid first, just so I can refamiliarize myself with the course for the race, and also, because in the race you're actually, like more timed. But hookshot is key for this thing. I don't know that you can even get here without the hookshot. You might be able to, but I don't oh, it's commenting on how I got an arrow and I don't have a bow. But you want to do the raid so that you can get this piece of heart. Seashell detector didn't go off, so I'm going to assume all is fine on the seashell front. Oh my god, did I already mess up? Okay. Oh my god. Maybe, okay. Barely didn't. This is a red rupee, and what does the owl say? He says, you are far from any secrets. I guess, if the seashell detector went off, you're like, why do I not? That's where the secret is, right there. Of course. Anyway. Can I successfully? Guess not. I want to head this way to get to the secret seashell, because I don't want to have to play the course again. This is the main reason to do the raid, just to get the secrets on the islands, Anyway, should probably re-equip the hookshot. Then, we of course go this way. And we can't quite get up there to that thing. There's no way to access that right now. So, I guess we're not getting that. We can get these though. And we can get in here and grab these items. Which only really the rupee was useful, but no more grabbing stuff. The rapids raid is over. Do you want another go? I don't want to ride again right now, simply because the hook shot only seems to stun, but the boomerang is actually one of your best ways for getting rid of the flying dudes. Anyway, re-equip hook shot because we're gonna need it. And then, head in here. This is how you get this piece of heart, and it's another reason why we did the raid before the race, because we're gonna need to head over here to get up the thing, the rapids, whatever you want to do it, and we're gonna have to ride the rapids again for a quicker way back down. So, now it's time to do the rapids race. This one, I believe, has a piece of heart if you get it fast enough time. So, raft ride for 100 rupees. We will be doing the rapids race. Here we go. When does time start on this? I don't know. It might be as soon as we get on the raft. Yes, it is. Okay. So make sure you have your hook shot equipped, and you're trying to get through as fast as possible. Remember that. And you should end up being fine. We want to take this early drop down, and we want to grapple to anything that we can to increase our speed through the race course. Okay. And then grapple there, grapple down, grapple over, grapple up, grapple over. No thing to grapple down to, but we cleared it in under some time. New record. Guess you hung up somewhere. But I won a piece of heart. Okay. I can't remember. Is there a secret seashell associated with this? Hold on. This feels like a quick Google question. Like, I just looked into, like, all the secret seashells, but I feel like there might be one more. Hold on. Okay. I was correct in my assumption. There was a secret seashell for this. He said you got hung up somewhere, and that's true. We finished in, like, just over 35 seconds. You need to finish in under 35, so we're going to have to ride again. We're going to be doing the race, and hopefully we can win the secret seashell. Here we go. 2, 1, go. Or start. Whatever. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Keep going. Keep going. Is there a restart button? No. Okay. Cool. Cool beans. Cool. Not really. It's a time waster. But you know. Cool. Cool. 33, 34. Oars up. Alright. Alright again. Okay. I get it. Rapids race. Okay. One more try on camera, and then if I fail it again, I guess I'll just, cut the rest of the attempts. Well, I don't really have enough rupees to make any more attempts, so... I don't think this is gonna be the one. Okay. So... there we go. I think I'm dead. Or not like dead, but unoptimal. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll cut the next attempt. Okay, there we go. It's about grappling everything from the right angle and not ever giving up. I used my final attempt. Like I literally only have like 15 rupees left or something like that. 3. Yeah, I can't even afford another go. Thank you very much. But on top of the rapids race, I guess the next thing I want to do is, sure, while there might be more stuff to do around here, one of the things that I want to do is, I completely forgot about this, but I looked at it when I was looking up, when I was confirming if, there was a secret seashell for the rapids race. I thought there was, but, like, I was just making sure I didn't have to do... I didn't want to do the rapids race again if I didn't have to, But I completely forgot that the seashell thing went off in here. I don't know why. I just thought that, like, this shared, like, a map space with, like, the house next to it. But it's actually just talking to her after you deliver the letter, which gets you another secret seashell. Anyway, with all that, we have 34 secret seashells. There is another seashell we can technically get, but unfortunately, what's our pieces of heart looking like? One more. Unfortunately, I guess I could just get the money and hopefully win instantly. And why not? Let's go with that plan. So, I still have the thing equipped. So now, we can head over here. And while I'm over here, I guess I also want to just quickly check the map for memories. Specifically seashells, 34. I know I'm missing... I just wanted to double check some of these. I look to be good on most things, but there is one place that I did forget about, even though I'm like, make a note that you can't get there. Maybe I didn't say make a note, but you know, I was like, I need to make a note that that's there. You know, that's something we can only do later, and I was alluding to the hook shot, which we now have the hook shot, so I should now go do that as soon as I'm done with another secret seashell. For some reason, this game likes to put a couple things locked behind beating a dungeon, not just like the dungeon item. One of those is a secret seashell spawning in the trendy game. I thought. Did I get my information wrong? Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna cut that, but like, for some reason, I thought that I don't remember getting the secret seashell in the trendy game. And then, like, as I was just looking through the list of shells to get, you know, it was, like, mentioned, you know... I saw the word angler, and I thought catfish, you know? But, like, you know, and apparently the shell only spawns after beating Angler's Tunnel, which I thought was Catfish's Maw, which is the dungeon we just beat. But, like, I don't know... I don't remember getting the secret seashell here, but if we look at the map, it does look like that's the secret seashell associated with here. So I guess I did. I just really, honestly don't remember getting it. So, you know, my bad. I thought I would just do that now, you know, as opposed to later. But whatever. We all make mistakes. You know, sometimes I contemplate, what's the point of having, you know, a video guide to something when the video guide itself is using an internet guide, you know? And, like, in my case, I'm not using a guide for the whole thing, but for some of the secret seashells, just to make sure I'm not missing any, you know, any ones that I could already, like, have, you know, that aren't super tedious, you know, I'm just double checking, you know, that my information is correct. And for the most part, I've remembered everything correctly. And this actually, looking up stuff has helped me, you know, remember things that have escaped my mind. Like, I made a note of come down here later, but I never fully, you know, remembered to do that. Sure, we just got the hook shot, but honestly, it escaped my mind. This one always escapes my mind, because I always think that you can get it with Pegasus boots when you can't. But, that being said, you know, why use a video guide when the video guide itself, to some extent, has to use an internet guide? And for me, I think it's always been, I understand a video better, because I can get visual information and follow along with how something's happening. You know, right? But also, video guides are separate from internet guides simply because, well, A, some of my personality is hopefully coming through. I don't know how much of it is, or how accurate it is to me, but, like, you know, that's the hope, that it's entertaining a bit as well. And also, I think it's about a very minor thing. You know, a lot of what I'm going over in these, Let's Plays is, you know, just what I've learned and experienced on my own. Did I at one point maybe look up all the secret shell locations in the first place? Maybe. But I also think that, you know, there's a level of, you know, I'm playing this how I want to play it and showing you my preferred way to go about doing anything. I guess we should use the boomerang to get the fairy, which we can then put in the bottle. You have to be very close to the fairies in this game to get them in the bottle. And they act as potions instead of revives, which is just kind of weird, you know. Anyway, now with the boomerang, if we walk past here, we get to talk to the owl again. Which is interesting, because you can get over here by riding the raft. So, it might be possible to get through this area without triggering this owl convo if you ride the raft? I'm not sure, though. Seems like something I maybe should have tried out. Anyway, Woot! There are 2 shrines, one to the north, the other to the south. First, head south, where ancient ruins speak of the windfish. You will learn much there. Alright. Let's do what he says. But we're at the very edge of the map. The Rapids Race is at the edge too, but like, and so is the desert, but like, we're at the edge. This really feels like we're approaching the edge. Like, these ruins feel like they're barely on land. And, you know, there's boulders all over the place and such. And it's all around just a pretty, you know, interestingly laid out thing. It no longer feels like a field or like a desert or like anything of the sort. It feels, you know, almost like it's intentionally constructed as a maze. And also, we are coming up on our next dungeon as well. Because if you look at it, well, the map still shows the glowing spot, but the last instrument we got said to go to the shrine, which, of course, there are shrines here, and that looks like a keyhole, and the keyholes in the overworld have been used for dungeons. Anyway, blowing this open, I believe, is just a fairy that'll heal you, because there's, like, no other good, like, healing options around here. Anyway, with the boomerang equipped, oh, the boomerang also goes over ledges like that more easily than anything else. Ooh, that was kind of cool how that happened. Cool. Anyway, came over here and basically for nothing because, like, we have to go south anyway. But, we can instantly take out anything, basically. What do you say? Windfish slumbers long, the hero's life gone. Fairy in that tree for future reference, but these are the ancient ruins to the south. This next section of the game, starting from like here kind of until after level 6, is kind of what a lot of people consider to be their favorite or most impactful section of the game. For good reason that I'll get into. Personally, I get why it is. Unfortunately and I can kind of agree, but I think I'm not a big fan of brownish, yellowish colors for big story events, you know? So the whole ancient ruins setting actually detracts from some of the, you know, emotional, I guess, you know, weight of the section. Anyway, these are Armos Knights, and we can't take them out with anything except the boomerang. You're meant to have the bow here, and the bow can take them out, but the boomerang is just better. Anyway, so we can touch various ones and take them out basically instantly because we have boomerang. Wait, if we stun them, if we stun the guy, it says we can lift? Interesting. Didn't know you could do that. First time for everything. Anyway, I think it's important to check all these guys because I know the one that I'm actually looking for is, but also you need to interact with at least, you know, that one if you want to move forward. I don't think you're the one, yeah. You're more of a red herring position the way you are. And I think this is also a dead end. So now, we head up here. Triforce piece of power. It doesn't seem to increase our boomerang damage, really. And there's a staircase, which we can head down. I believe this is Secret Seashell number 36, I want to say. Let's see if I'm right. 36? 37. Okay. Well, that was close enough. Anyway, back outside of Ancient Ruins. Now that we have the... I know some enemies that are normally invulnerable, if you just increase your attack power, you can damage them. Specifically, like, those weird, like, cappy-looking things that, like, we had to fight in the, Dream Shrine or whatever it was, where we got... And also a little bit, when we got the magnifying glass. I guess you didn't have to fight them, but, you know, we encountered them there. So, yeah. Anyway, I meant to bring a bow to this temple, and this is what a lot of people consider to be the most impactful moment in the game. I don't know, my tastes are different. I kind of am not a biggest fan of, like, brownish yellows for, like, you know. I also think that it doesn't help that I can just see over there. I think the game is meant to be small, sure, but if the scale was just big enough where I couldn't see outside of this, like, you know, these broken pillars, if I could only see, you know, the broken pillars and ruins and not be able to glimpse Animal Village, I think that this would hold a bit more weight for me. And also, if I was a bit more emotionally invested in the story my first time through, I thought it was a Zelda game. It wasn't worth getting invested in the story, you know, like the first time through. I think this moment would have a bit more impact on me personally, but here we are. In these ancient ruins. I don't know how much damage I'm going to take, so I'm going to heal with a fairy really quick. But let's proceed into the next chamber, where we come across this Minotaur guy with a shield. Maybe he's meant to be the big Armos Knight from Link to the Past. I don't know. Anyway, he does the same stompy thing. He's immune to swords. He's also immune to boomerang, I believe, like fully immune. I believe you can hurt him with the bow. I think he's supposed to be like the big Armos Knight from Link to the Past. But you can also hurt him with a spin slash. Okay. We can use the boomerang to knock him back at least. Okay. And we're revealing some kind of face. Spin slash does a lot because we upgraded the sword. Anyway. We beat him and got the face shrine key. Or the face key. Now, we could just leave at the exit, but what lies further in? There's a picture card on the wall, but you can't see because it's too dark. Kinda wish we just had a lantern instead of magic powder, but we wanted this. We got rid of the veil of darkness. It's time to learn the truth. To the finder, the Isle of Koholint is but an illusion. Human, monster, sea, sky, a scene on the lid of a sleeper's eye. Awake the dreamer, and Koholint will vanish, much like a bubble on a needle. Castaway, you should know the truth. What? Illusion? Hoot! I see you have read the relief. Well, it does say the island's but a dream of the windfish. No one is really sure. Just as you cannot know if a chest holds treasure until you open it, so you cannot tell if this is a dream until you awaken. The only one who knows for sure is the windfish. Trust your feelings. Someday you will discover the answer. Even if everything's really a dream, I suppose we have no choice but to continue on our quest. So, we make our way out of the southern shrine, past the armmost guarding the sacred texts, the real truth that was hidden from us, tucked away here in this corner of the island that hardly anyone goes to. I guess all that's really left for us to do is we got the key for our next level, so I guess let's head on over. What a dark truth it is. The idea that all this could be but an illusion, a dream made by the windfish in its slumber. Does that mean that... No. I think that, of course, we got this key, we learned this truth right now for a reason. And I think it's time that we face the deeper implications. Next time in the Face Shrine. But for now, my name has been, and will be tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and it always will be, Pun Food. I'm not gonna lie, for how much I said that, I didn't... I'm not gonna lie, for how much I said that I didn't really get emotionally invested, in any of my previous playthroughs, and for how much I kind of said that I don't know if it's the most significant or, like, memorable or important moment of the game. Maybe it's just because I kind of had to act it out, you know, being on camera, or, I guess I'm not on camera, on microphone and all that, but it did give me some chills, so I guess, tomorrow we, face the truth.